evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am the sarcastic Barman, and welcome to another night of Debatable or Debatable or Debatable, something like that. Anyway, it's Thursday night. Basically, thank you for joining us all for live videos, premieres, things like that. Hopefully you've all joined me from Just Ivy's video. If not, the link will be down in the description below for her video and everyone else's video who's been on tonight. Now we're doing part 2 this evening of Amish space stations, things that aren't debatable, and we left him off last week with the shape of the Earth, which we agreed is not debatable and it's round. But we didn't actually let him get a word in edgeways about the subject, so it would only be polite to let him do that. As much as my brain's shouting at me, no, 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 I can't take any more beer, because we need beer to put up with this shit. Either way, let's get on with it, let's see what he's got to say, and let's just laugh at it, really.
Topic number 3, Earth's shape. Earth's shape is not a debate. Do you all understand?
We do realise this, and as mentioned last week, it's round. But let's see what you've got to say on the matter.
It's not a debate. You all are sitting around here pretending like this is still a debate. And I'm not hitting on Nathan Oakley, who does a legendary job with his debates. I love how he just shuts people down.
You serious?
And what happens is people get really triggered. So, I can't approve of it, but it is really, really good. And he has a lot of information.
Now, for anyone who's ever watched Nathan Oakley's channel, you're probably pissing yourselves laughing at that statement, because I know I was when I heard it. For anyone who hasn't, it usually goes along with Nathan Oakley controls the other person's volume to bring him down so they can't say anything, overtalks them, shouts at them, and basically berates and gives them shit. And no, that's not a proper debate. If you want to watch proper modern day debates, is not too bad for it. MC2, when he does his, is quite good. He does let people get a word in edgeways and other channels. But Nathan Oakley, no, it's not a debate with him. He just likes over talking and having control of the mic.
However, it is not a debate. There is no such thing as a flat Earth debate.
Once again, you're right, there's no evidence of flat Earth, and there's more than a metric shed ton of evidence of a globular Earth. And even if you don't like NASA's evidence, you've got plenty of others that come up and help prove that the Earth is round. Thanks, Bob.
The first thing you have to do is show real evidence of a curved globe Earth, which no one can do, okay? All of these are different sizes. All of these are CGI. All of these are fake.
Now, you can't claim something's fake without showing evidence. A bit like Donald Trump claiming the election as fraudulent without also showing evidence. So, do you have any evidence that these pictures are all CGI? They're all fake? Because I would very much guess you don't. And also I can present you with picture number 1, showing left to right compression of an image which shows curve with a straight edge in the front. Picture number 2, which is just a straight picture with a straight edge in front, showing curve of Earth. Picture number 3, a screenshot taken from Mr. Sensible's video that also reached 39 kilometers in height, or just under. That also shows curve. So, yeah, you're going to claim they're all fake, they're all CGI, because I'd love to know how.
I just put Earth's shape, and you see 4 different models right there on the screen. So, I mean, come on. Like, how much more do you actually need? After a while, this thing just gets to be like a headache, and it gets to be really annoying.
Well, maybe it'd be worth clicking on the images and reading any text to go with those images to find out why it's showing the different shapes. Now, we did load up Jokeley's gallery, because that's the one you've got linked there, and unfortunately not all those pictures were on that gallery ID there, so obviously Bing has picked ones up from other things as well. I don't know how Bing's decided to throw those in there. But it does also explain in Jokeley's, the link will be down below, about the different shapes and models and predictions of Earth, things like that, the pair ones and all sorts. So doing actual research doesn't involve just going to Bing and looking at the first images you see and going, see, look, they're all different. There's reasons they're different. There's things that each image is trying to convey and show in different ways. But if you really want, there are websites that show full images of Earth from single shots. Here's one now.
You know what I mean? If Earth is a ball, you have to show how water is curving, demonstrate it.
Now, here on Earth, we have this amazing thing that helps tides and water curve nicely. It's called, what's it called?
Gravity! Gravity!
That's the one. Thank you very much. Now, yes, we know water curves. If it didn't, tides would be a very scary situation. Going from high to low tide would just be fucking weird. Imagine a giant wall of water several feet high just coming towards you for no apparent reason, and also being perfectly square. So, yes, water curves when under an external force. What is wrong with you? It's really not that difficult. Just go to a fucking beach.
You have to also show how Earth is spinning, demonstrate it, but you can't. And you also need to provide pictures. I mean, we're past that point.
Proof of Earth spin has been provided to you. Proof of pictures of the globe itself has been provided to you, and not just by NASA before you jump on that stupidly flogged horse saying, it's all NASA. No, it's goddamn not. This stuff is not debatable. It is there. The shape of the Earth is not fucking flat.
Of all this, and all we see is CGI, and all we see is curved lenses, and that's all we see.
Fine, prove it. Show all these images as CGI. Show images ranging from the 1940s to the 1960s were created on computers at the time as fake CGI images. I'd love to see a computer of the 40s that could create this. I'd love to see one in the 60s that could create this. Again, I really just feel like you're living in Egypt on a boat on that river. What's it called? Oh yeah, the Nile. Or Denial. Dickhead.
Every time that we go out and we measure the ocean or measure huge lakes or whatever they are, seas or anything, any large bodies of water, there's no curve at all.
Really? You've measured large bodies of water and seen no curve at all? From where and where were you measuring these bodies of water? How much curve were you expecting to see? Did you take into account that if you're using a laser, you're also going to get refraction? What sort of straight edge thing did you use to then measure against refraction? Or did you do an experiment like this that also showed curve?
We don't see you, Enrique. Lift up your light way above your head. Interesting.
Everybody shows a little tiny raindrop on a leaf and say that's water curving. What? Water has a certain level of thickness to it. Okay? We're not talking about that. We're talking about the amount of curvature needed for an Earth that's 3959 miles in the radius.
So how much curve would that be? How much would the water need to curve over the surface of the Earth? And have you taken into account gravity? Or are you one of these numb-nutted gravity denial people?
Do you understand? We're not talking about a little tiny droplet on a leaf. Miss Simon Dan.
Did you have to pause that long to think of that insult, and all you could come up with was Miss Simon Dan? Okay, well done.
Miss Professor Dave explains. So this is not really debatable. Earth shape is not debatable. You can't prove it. Shut up about it if you can't prove it.
It's been proven. Now you have to debunk the evidence that shows that it's round. You have to debunk the fact that there's a space station. You have to debunk the fact we can see the space station from Earth. All you have is the denial of all of the evidence that has ever been shown about the shape of the Earth. Flat Earthers literally have nothing in the regards to show that the Earth is flat. And when anything is presented, it's, no, that's fake. No, that's not how it works. The simplest one is, there's 2 points of rotations for stars. There's a northern and southern fucking point of this. How the hell would that work on a flat Earth with any reasonable sense of comprehension or understanding? No, you don't even have an idea of how big the Earth should be. There's a yacht race that goes round every year that you can use as a point of reference. Say, well, it can't be any bigger than that because these boats have got to go round in this sort of time and we think that they're going round the ice wall. Brilliant. You know how fast these yachts are travelling, and if you want to deny and say, no, they must be travelling 2-3 times the speed, show that these yachts can travel 2 or 3 times the speed. Because again, you won't be able to.
Gulf of Tonkin. This goes into wars. Let me show you something right here. It involved the confrontation between the ships of North Vietnam and the United States in the waters of the Gulf of Tonkin. The original American report blamed North Vietnam for both incidents.
Now, I haven't got a section out here that he's literally gone from Earth's curve to the Gulf of Tonkin incident. Okay. Randomly out of left field, this one.
But the Pentagon Papers, memoirs of Robert McNamara, and NSA publications from 2005 prove that the U.S. government lied to justify a war against Vietnam. This is not debatable, you retards, you stupid idiots of America. This is not debatable. It's not debatable.
What's not debatable? That the Gulf of Tonkin incident didn't happen and you're debating that it did? I'm very confused by what point you're trying to make here, because this is in history books as saying it didn't happen. You've got the Wikipedia article there saying it didn't happen and it was a pretext and a false claim by America so they can engage more in the Vietnam War to help support the non-communist governments. What are you trying to lean towards here? Confused.
Have there been lies? Yes, there have. I have one right here for you that's openly admitted. Why? Fight the flat earth. There's no lies? No, nothing's a lie. It shows right here. What are you saying?
Now, I would like to think that FTFE wasn't referring to American foreign policy when he was referring to lies and what has been lied and not lied about. And I think he's more referring to the NASA bits, the images, the shape of the Earth. Because American foreign policy is filled with lies and subterfuge and things like that to get their own way. Same with most countries in the world. But you're just trying to twist one fact for another, really.
What do you say? Are you saying the NSA is lying to us to pretend like they're lying to us? Like, does that make sense to you? I bet you it makes sense to him because he is a child abusing. Let me reverse that. Let me reverse that on Fight the Flat Earth. Fight the Flat Earth claims that teaching children that level is flat, like the Earth, is child abuse.
But level isn't flat and doesn't have to refer to it being flat. You can have two objects that are level, but they don't have to be flat. Your brain seems to have just completely melted from your ears at this point. I'm wondering what drugs you took to get through making this video.
Every flat earther says that we are special. Every flat earther says that we are important. Every flat earther says that we have a creator that loves all of us.
At this point, I'm thinking you are special, but not in the way you'd like to think that you are. Now, having a round Earth doesn't change the fact that there could be a God there who put in motion the things that led to the Earth's creation, that led to the evolution of man on this Earth. I don't see how this is a big problem for anyone, really. Yep, God created the universe, brilliant. Set in motion everything that's going to happen, that's fine. We eventually evolved from his motions, yeah, that's fine. It's only once you start taking the Bible literally, going, yes, it can only be 6,000 years old, this, that, and the other, that just you sound like a crazy person. You can believe in God and not sound crazy. You do understand this, don't you?
Every flat earther says the world is made up of a lot of evil things, but we need to work together. Every flat earther says that we are close, okay, to each other. We are close to our creator. And what he's saying is that that's child abuse.
No, he's not. I've watched enough of FTFE videos and debates to know that he's not picking on religion as a whole. He's just picking on your stupid understanding of flat, level, the shape of the Earth, and the fact you deny science. Because that's what you're doing, and you're leading to a generation of stupider people than the generation before. Whereas this shouldn't happen. There is enough evidence and education out there, but no, you flat earthers are like, no, we can't teach that because it goes against my holy book. Fuck you and your fucking holy book. Don't take it as a literal thing. Take it as a guideline to live your life and stop lying to people and denying evidence, because that's all you flat earthers actually do.
Let me tell you what real child abuse is. Telling them that you come from monkeys, that you're an animal, that you're a carnivore and you have to feed on dead animals and dead people now.
No, just goddamn no. What is wrong with your brain? No one is saying we're carnivores, we're omnivores. We eat vegetables and we eat meat. We have the teeth for eating meat. We have the digestive tract that can process eating meat. But we also have the teeth and the digestive tract that can help us process and eat fruit, vegetables. Jeez, and nobody is saying to eat people. We have laws against that stuff, and it's highly prohibited and frowned upon. You don't eat people. And yes, we came from an ancestor that also led to being monkeys. So what?
Telling them that we are insignificant, that we could blow up at any given time, that our global warming is about to destroy our entire planet, that we could all just die.
We are all going to die. That is inevitable. No one is going to live forever. We are changing Earth through global warming. And yes, there is a chance that a giant meteor can come down from space and smush most of us and cause catastrophic damage to our planet, leading in the death of a lot of people. Problems with this or what? These are things that are going and possibly could happen. I don't see why this changes the shape of the Earth. Also, technically, you are special. You are the one sperm that managed to make it. God knows how, but you did. And yet you've decided to live in your basement and do this with your life. Well done.
There's really no point in living on a globe. There's absolutely no point in living on a globe. Whether you believe in it or not, there's no point in living on a globe.
Why? What would be the difference between living on a globe and living on a flat Earth? You're still going to die at some point, so why does it actually matter?
Otherwise, you're a spinning space rock. Otherwise, a natural explosion somehow created order and intelligent design. I mean, I don't know.
There is definitely no intelligent design behind our bodies, or behind animals' bodies. You can see and look through fossil records and even animals that are alive today and see that things work because they work, not because they were designed, because any designer would not design them in the way they were designed, because there are stupid mistakes and things. The easiest one and the funnest one to always look at is the laryngeal nerve that comes down from here in a human, down, round the heart, comes back up to the voice box, and another bit goes further down. But why? Why should it go round the heart and come back up? That's a stupid design. Anyone else would have it come down a bit, split off to come to the voice box, and then continue its trip down. But in a fish, that works fine. And you think, well, it works and it's just a copy design. Then why do exactly the same thing in something like a fucking giraffe? Because that's just mind-numbingly stupid, isn't it? There is no intelligence in that as a design.
Yeah, over millions of years that we were all around for. Guess what? Most of you retards don't even know the truth about World War II.
The truth behind World War II. Let me guess, there's no atomic bombs or something like that. It's the only stupidness I think you could come out with at this point that would leave me any respect for you. Because if you say anything about certain places in Germany and the Greater German Reich, there's going to be serious words.
Wow, man. Yet we're sitting around here pretending like we know something about... I'm done. I'm done with it. Millions of years ago. Speaking of millions of years ago, look at these creatures.
Yeah, dinosaurs. What about them? Equivalent intelligence to a flat earther.
Look at these creatures right here, buddy. Look at that. Look at that mouth. Look at that back. Like, look at that back. Look how much weight would have been on that creature. Could that creature even stand?
Why couldn't they be able to stand? We've got elephants nowadays that are around 6 tons. Is it really that hard to believe that you could have had T-Rexes and things at around 9 tons? And the fact we've got the skeletons and the bones from the body, they've been dug up, and not just by paleontologists. I will point out that random people have found these skeletons. We can then work out, based on the thickness of the bones, how big the bones are, you put the bones back in order and go, yeah, to work these muscles and these bones, he would have had to have been this weight. It's not a difficult sort of thing. You really going to deny that dinosaurs are real?
Hovering over, walking like that, not letting its front legs touch the ground. This would have been more believable if its front legs would actually touch the ground. And instead, they say these things. How could these things even mate?
Of all the things with dinosaurs, that's the thing you're going to bring up. How did they have sex? Okay. More than likely the same way things like elephants do nowadays. Carefully. I mean, these are two rather large animals, and what's wrong with paws on back and thrust? Do you not know how sex works?
How could they even mate? Look at this. How could this thing mate? What do they call this? This was my favorite type of dinosaur when I was in school and actually believed these things were real.
Let me guess, you don't believe dinosaurs are real because they weren't in the Bible. Do you have any evidence to show that dinosaurs aren't real and that the bones aren't real or anything like that? I'm really going to guess not because... Oh, I need a beer.
Look at this. This is another thing the Globe tells us, that there's creatures that would eat you and tear you apart and murder you.
I was really tempted for the last clip, so no, we'll leave it there. There's 5 minutes left of this video. There's no way he's going to come out with something even more stupid. But then that golden nugget of stupidness comes out. No, did you not believe there's things like lions and tigers and bears, oh my? Because they'll spit you up, chew you out, and eat you quite happily. What? Do you not think there's animals there that will eat people? That doesn't even need to be a Globe belief, does it? No. I'm going to have to let you go on for a little bit longer, as much as I'm looking forward to ending this video, but fuck my life. You are fucking stupid.
That ain't dramatic to children. Being eaten by a dinosaur.
Now, fortunately, children understand that dinosaurs are now extinct and are not going to eat them. But they should understand that there are animals that can kill them.
Luckily, they all died, like we will soon. That's not child abuse. Nope.
Now, how is teaching children about death child abuse? It's something they're going to have to come across at some point. And I'm not advocating for teaching 4-year-olds that they're going to die and everyone's going to die. But at some point in a child's life, they're going to come across death. Whether that be the death of a dog or a pet or an older family member. And these things will have to be explained to them. So, what is your point?
I don't know the name of this stupid thing. And I'm happy about that.
Happy about what? Not knowing something? That's great, as long as you then go out and take the time to learn a bit more about it. Now, I'll be fair, I don't know what dinosaur that is either. You can tell it's an armoured dinosaur, it's got 4 legs, so it'll be in the family of Ankylosaurus. Apart from that, not a clue. I could Google the image, and I did, and I know it's a Cumbellanosaurus or something daft, I can't remember. He spent like 30 seconds ago looking, and I'm like, nah, okay, never mind, whatever. But what is your point about this? Dinosaurs are real, we have evidence of them being real. There's more evidence for dinosaurs than there is for a worldwide flood. Let's put it that way.
Last thing. Geoengineering, buddy. Geoengineering. Climate change? This isn't debatable.
No, once again, climate change isn't debatable. Climate change is happening, and we are accelerating it. Earth's temperature and climate has changed over thousands and hundreds and thousands and millions of years, but you can look at it now and see that the amount of carbon dioxide and other things in the atmosphere are increasing at an unprecedented rate, causing changes in our atmosphere, quicker than normal. These are things that, again, are not debatable. As much as you like to call things not debatable, what you really mean is, I don't understand it and I'm not going to bother talking about it properly. Because that's all you've done in this video. I've just cut a section out where you went on about Land Before Time, Brontosaurus and things like that, saying, oh, Littlefoot wasn't real, ruined my childhood. Which shows you've not even looked into what about Brontosaurus and things wasn't real. And it wasn't that there wasn't long-necked dinosaurs. Oh, you are a waste of oxygen and a waste of space. You really are. Please get some psychiatric help, because at this point, that's what I feel like you need. Or pick up some books, do some actual research and reading. Get away from the internet for a week or two and just become a better person. Fuck my life. You are stupid. It's as simple as that. There's no other words for it. And I'm leaving your video there because I cannot take any more of this crap. So, on that note, I've been the Sarcastic Barman. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe down below. List for all the other videos that have been on tonight and coming out tonight should be down below as well, same as last week. And don't forget to join us later on this evening on Pub Chat. No idea what's going on because I've not seen what's going on. We got poker at the weekend on Sunday with Seek to Speak Truth, the normal shills shows, and the Uncalled For, and don't forget as well, Pain of Progress, an excellent show. Don't forget to go and look at that. I've been the Sarcastic Barman. This is my channel. Don't forget to check out EIE and all the channels on Livables. Links and things down below. Good night.